Oh, hello. John D suggested that I add a commentary to these things, so here we go. This is a battery pack added to a Bachmann large scale Emily, which I converted yesterday and today. The engine is one that has really surprised me. A very, very well manufactured engine. Very, very well made. Very, very pleased with it indeed. I bought it I think it was before the Christmas before last. She has been run on track power over at Redcoats with the friends from the East Sussex group. Great fun, and they and I were all quite impressed with the engine. Looked so elegant going around the track. I bought it as a bit of a joke, really. My father was the Sterling single fan. I know it's not a Sterling single, but I'm very, very impressed with it. It really is very, very good. And when it came to the conversion, I mean, you could hold a dance in the tender. Absolutely superb, stacks of room, no excuse at all. So very straightforward to convert. I've put a charging point on the side. You can see now it's just in the top corner of the front of the tender frame underneath, and the on-off and charge switch is on the other side. But absolutely superb little engine, and I mean, for 285 quid. Well, I was so impressed with it that I rang up Gauge Master and ordered another one. I have a set of the Smallbrook Junction parts for detailing the engine to sort of un-Thomas it and that. And I'd never looked at the pack of those, and I'd had those over a year. And I looked at those yesterday. I was so impressed. I rang the chap up at Smallbrook Junction just to make sure which was the best glue to use with them. A very, very helpful man with lots of useful advice, and I can recommend the parts, which are superb. I don't know whether I'll use them on this engine or the other one when it comes, but one of them I will fret out the splasher and everything else and do the bits and bobs. But very impressed with the engine. I ran her for 35 minutes in each direction, and so we're still going on the first bit at the moment, but and she's on about a half throttled. It's a Spectrum receiver in there with the Spectrum transmitter being used, one of the Viper speed controllers, and it's all working very well. 14.4 volts in the tender, and I think on this next bit we're probably about to come to a halt here and then spend the next 35 minutes going backwards. So I think that's what's happening here. Might not be. There were a few bits and pieces that went wrong as usual, where I propped the camera or the phone up by the track and promptly knocked it over with the engine, so that was quite funny, but there we are. Anyway, here she is. She's now doing her running in backwards routine. Super. I can't, I really am very, very impressed by this. I mean, I've got a Percy and a Thomas. I think is it Robert or Richard or something? There's a little red engine. I think I'll buy that one as well. And when we can do the exhibitions and things again, I'll very definitely, if I can get myself in on there, I will knock up a layout, as it were, or something to take round and just demonstrate these things to him. We've got to get some younger blood into the hobby. There's far too many of us grey-haired old men running around out there. We need to encourage them in. But the sort of money this is to buy, my goodness me, it's really excellent value for money. I am very pleased, as I don't need to keep saying. Towards the end of this, you might notice that she will have acquired a Polaroid Cube camera in the tender, and I did run her with that in the tender to film it. It's very, very, I mean, the whole engine, it's ideal with that camera in there. You see where your ruffled track is, this, and so my permanent way hat will have to go on. I've got a few kinks and clonks to sort out, but it's not too bad. But having told John how easy it was to transfer it across, of course I found it pretty nigh impossible when I wanted to do that today. So there's no from the trailer view, and in fact I put the engine away, and then I looked at it and realised that it's got this huge platform at the front, in front of the smoke box, which is ideal for putting the camera on. So I dug her all back out, set her up again, put the camera on the front, and I did another 10 minutes or so with her. So I'm very, very pleased. Superb little engine. I think we're coming towards the end now because we're going forwards again now. So this is the run forwards with the camera in the tender, and I think this will be more or less the end. Sadly, with just using the iPhone propped at the side of the track, I couldn't see exactly where to stop while holding the transmitter, so it's a bit of a mishmash, but I did try to pull out for that sort of BBC overall shot of the engine at the end, and there will be a caption coming up shortly. I've got to do all the captions and everything for this yet. I didn't realise that I had to do this for doing the recording. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and share, and let's get a few more people into the hobby. I heartily recommend this engine. I am very, very impressed. And the other one, when I do it, I'll be very happy indeed. All the best, and thank you very much indeed. Bye bye.